was training very hard. I was putting in extra hours and extra shift, and the injury just happened, and unfortunately, I had to put up people say, you pull up because that's
Dillian versus Itauma, similar, right? Oh, Dillian pulls out his hand.
It's unfortunate that he pulled out because his finger
was bust.
Yeah.
Dillian Whyte has stunned the boxing world by abruptly pulling out just 1 week before his highly anticipated clash with rising phenom Moses Itauma. Officially, Whitey points to the financial strain of costly camps as the reason, but insiders...
I decided to pull out 3-4 weeks ago when I knew that obviously the manager position was going to be in place. Obviously my camps cost a lot of money. My training camps cost me a lot of money, So I had to just pull out early to save all of this and money and stuff. I got like a lot of people in camp that works for me and look after me.
Whisper that a bigger, more explosive story is quietly simmering beneath the surface, one that has yet to break into the public eye. It's not the first time Whitey's decisions have raised eyebrows. In the past, he has pushed through injuries, broken ribs, damaged shoulders, even a busted hand. Yet now, with the fight against Moses only days away, he's stepping away. To fans, it feels like a sudden and puzzling shift. Behind the scenes, whispers grow louder. Some close to the situation insist the decision isn't simply about thinking...
Injuries, as you know, I fought with injured shoulder before, broken hand, broken ribs, but not at my stage of my career now where I have to use a bit more brain instead of just brawn, and I wanted to fight
smart or prolonging a career. Instead, they hint at other factors pushing Whitey out of the ring at the worst possible moment. Insider reports now claim Whitey's withdrawal was triggered by a finger injury sustained in camp. Yet those same sources suggest the problem may have been known for days, if not weeks, before the announcement. The timing has inevitably sparked suspicion. Critics argue this might be less about recovery and more about sidestepping a red-hot Moses Itauma at the peak of his form.
I don't like that. People schedule fights and then they pull out, oh, I was injured. Well, if you was injured, you won't be injured in 4...
Whatever the truth, Whitey's exit has only fueled the drama. Johnny Nelson was quick to dismiss the wildest rumor yet, a supposed poisoning scandal tied to Whitey's decision, but insiders insist such talk didn't emerge from thin air. Something, they say, did happen in Whitey's camp just days before the announcement. Whether this is pure fiction...
Said it's fake news that the fight was off and all this sort of stuff was going on about some poisoning, scandal, foolishness. They tried to shut this thing down. And I'm saying that's fake news. I'm not having that. So let's wait and see. If it's true, that's a shame. You'll have to get to the bottom of it. But I'd heard this yesterday, but I just put it down as fake news. It's not real. So all we can do is react to what we know, so we can speculate.
Or a sign of something deeper, it adds yet another layer to an already suspicious last-minute withdrawal. Nelson's follow-up comments revealed how little faith he'd had in the fight happening from the start. He admitted he never truly believed the Moses vs. Whitey showdown would materialize. Sources claim whispers about Whitey's wavering commitment had been circulating for weeks. With the pullout now official, it's difficult to
jump to conclusions, but not in a million years did I believe that fight would end the way it did.
Ignore the signs that something was amiss long before the news broke. Frank Warren's reaction was measured but tinged with disappointment. Losing Whitey just a week before fight night left the promotional side scrambling. Insiders say the withdrawal didn't come as a shock to those close to the camps. Reports from inside Whitey's circle describe him as being in low spirits for days before the announcement, with some suggesting the finger injury was more of a convenient excuse than a genuine career threat. For Warren, the challenge now is salvaging momentum for his young star. Moses Itauma's training had been razor-focused on Whitey, and this sudden change forces a mental and strategic reset. Fans are left to wonder, was this just bad luck or a calculated retreat?
Very disappointed and down, but it is what it is. He's got to regroup, get himself back to...
From a fight Whitey wasn't confident he could win. Either way, the ripple effect of his withdrawal is already shaking up plans behind the scenes. If Warren kept his disappointment diplomatic, Eddie Hearn's reaction revealed how quickly the industry had to adapt. Behind his calm public delivery, insiders describe a scene of chaos when Whitey's pullout became official. With just 1 week to go, Hearn's team scrambled to keep the event alive. Some pushed for an immediate replacement opponent, Others suggested postponement. Both options carried serious risks. Hearn has hinted at issues with Dillian beyond the finger injury, and whispers suggest contractual disputes and behind-the-scenes politics may have played a role. Still, Hearn's public priority is damage control, protecting Moses' rising profile from taking a hit after such a disruptive curveball. Johnny Nelson's frustration.
Really stressed. I never get stressed out in those situations. It's just, fuck, we've got to deal with this now, and we've got to deal with it at speed. So we did that, and we've done a great job, and we're happy. Now, obviously, they've got their issue.
Reflects the mood of fans who feel blindsided. The situation draws comparisons to the Conor Benn fiasco, where the narrative kept shifting and the truth seemed to change by the day. In this case, insiders claim certain people knew Whitey might pull out long before the public did. The delayed announcement and vague explanations have only intensified suspicion that the official injury story may not be the whole picture. Nelson stresses how damaging constant shifts in the story can be. Each passing day brings new rumors, training setbacks, contractual clashes, or outright reluctance to face a dangerous opponent like Moses. For Itauma, the uncertainty disrupts preparation, but also reinforces his image as a fighter willing to face anyone, anytime. Nelson's direct challenge, "Come out now," captures the growing public demand for the truth. Gareth A. Davies.
It doesn't make you a better fighter. It might make you stronger, might make you fit. It doesn't make you a better fighter. That's proof. You know, so until more news comes out.
Meanwhile, highlights just how much this saga has elevated Moses' profile. Even without Whitey in the opposite corner, the attention on Itauma has only grown. His unbeaten record, raw power, and the intrigue of how he would have handled a seasoned veteran like Whitey have boxing fans hooked. Davies' ringside conversation with Francis Warren hinted at the promotional pressure to keep Moses' momentum alive no matter what. Warren was cautious, but acknowledged that fans expect answers not just about Whitey's reasons, but about Moses' next opponent. Until a replacement is confirmed, speculation will dominate the boxing headlines, and that speculation may be working in Itauma's favor. Peter Fury has been equally vocal, calling Moses a fabulous young talent with every attribute of a future champion. Coming from someone with Fury's experience, the praise carries weight. Still, he points out the obvious. Moses has yet to face a truly stern
boxing world wanting to go there, because Moses Itauma is fascinating. I spoke to Francis Warren ringside on Saturday night. You had a microphone as well. Were you allowed to put the pressure on them to speak? Because I just did anyway.
Test. The Whitey fight was supposed to be that test, the benchmark to measure where Itauma really stands. Now with Whitey gone, that question remains unanswered. Some insiders believe Whitey's withdrawal had less to do with a finger injury and more to do with the risk of being the first big name to fall to Moses. True or not, the effect is the same. Moses is left without the proving ground many hoped for, and his reputation as a dangerous avoided opponent only grows. In a way, Whitey's withdrawal might have told the boxing world more about Moses than any in-ring performance could. If a seasoned veteran saw enough in him to reconsider, that speaks volumes about the young heavyweight's threat level. Publicly, Whitey remains cool under fire. He insists he's unfazed by fan backlash, focusing only on himself, his family, and his long-term.
He's got speed, he's got power, he's tough, he's game. He ticks all the boxes so far. So let's see. Again, he's young. You know, he's not really been tested because what he's doing to these opponents. So let's see. It's early days, but big future for him. If he can take
term plans. But insiders suggest his stoic front masks a far more complex reality. Behind closed doors, Whitey has been under intense pressure from promotional expectations, fan criticism, and the looming risk of taking a damaging loss to a surging young contender. The official line remains the finger injury, but multiple reports hint at rough sparring sessions in the final stages of camp. Whether those sessions exposed a vulnerability, aggravated an old injury, or simply dented confidence, the outcome is the same. Whitey is out, Moses is without an opponent, and the fight week narrative has been turned upside down. For now, the truth remains clouded in speculation. But one fact is clear, Dillian Whyte's last-minute exit hasn't dimmed Moses Itauma's rise. If anything, it has made him an even bigger talking point in the heavyweight division.